Welcome. Thanks a lot for your interest in the instant pattern generation. It is a pleasure to show you this outstanding application. Instant pattern generation, IPG, creates patterns in seconds, with and without seam allowances, with all markings and notches, without any human interaction. This is the future. Major benefits. Fast. The pattern construction speed of the IPG is faster than that of the CAD applications of market leader brands by 2 orders of magnitude. IPG is as much faster than CAD applications as a car is faster than a donkey. Fundamentally new construction techniques. Entirely new proprietary pattern construction methods have been elaborated that are radically different from the widely used empiric methods. No grading. IPG makes grading an obsolete, meaningless technique. All patterns are created from scratch. Parameters in database. All input parameters are stored in database and not in data sheets and files. This ensures quick access to data. No headache of finding data. Based on the stored parameters, the construction can be repeated at any time. Ease of use, simplicity. Doesn't require expensive skilled personnel. Pattern construction is merely input data entry and pressing a construction button. Logically structured modular system. Patterns are compiled from complex curves, whilst complex curves are built from elementary curve types like building blocks. Even pattern drawings are stored in database. All output data, including the curve's descriptive data, can be stored in database. Thus, all the patterns can be found for reuse with ease. No need to browse files for drawings. Flexible and versatile. IPG is not limited to garment industry only. It is suitable for pattern construction of home textiles, tents, lorry canvas, textile air ducts, etc. It can be used even for metal sheet works. Best ever MTM tool, an unbeatable tool for made-to-measure garment construction, for making nice-fitting uniforms, costumes. Promising tool for customized production. Supports customer involvement in design. IPG is so simple that even a customer can make his or her own pattern after selecting the style and entering body measurements over the internet. Extensible. Due to ongoing development, the capabilities of IPG are steadily enhanced, making it suitable to construct patterns for ever wider range of garment types. Sample pattern construction. The construction process shall be demonstrated for 2 entirely different garments. 1. Men's shirt. A long-sleeved regular shirt, color with stems. The process demonstrated is also appropriate for the construction of shirt for a baby boy, a boy, or an adult man. The construction is age independent. Second, a cap. A 2-part cap, Side and top is cut from one piece, at the bottom with a turn-up. IPG in action. Steps of pattern construction in IPG. Pattern construction is of two steps in IPG. 1. Entering input data, also called parameters. Second, executing the construction session by simply pressing a construction button. As entering data is not a big deal, so I rather skip it. Instead, I show you what kind of input data we use for the pattern construction. Input data are classified into 4 groups. Group 1. Body measurements, including wear allowances. These data reflect the target person's body dimensions and his or her wear preferences. Group 2. Style parameters. These parameters determine how the particular garment should look like. For instance, the height of the cuff, the shape of the shirt color, etc. By modifying this data, a great variety of the same type of garment can be made. Group 3. Technological parameters. These data are technology-driven. For instance, seam allowances, number of alignment notches, width of hemline, and so on. Finally, the last group, material properties. These parameters are related to the fabrics used for manufacturing the garment. Shrinkage, elasticity, thickness, and the like fall in this group. Now let's see the instant pattern generation in action. This is the user interface of the IPG. This interface is used for various purposes. Primarily, it is used to execute a particular construction session. But before going on, we should distinguish between the construction and the construction session. Concept of construction. Construction is a set of formulas, procedures, algorithms, body measurements variables, style parameter variables, technological parameter variables, material property variables. Construction is the knowledge, the know-how to create the patterns of a specific garment type. For instance, a regular long-sleeved shirt based on the input parameter variables. Construction session is an executable task based on the construction with specific input parameter values. Construction tells what kind of garment it is about, whilst input parameters define the sizes, dimensions, and the specific appearance. Each combination of style parameters corresponds to one instance of the construction. After execution, the outputs are 1. The descriptive data of corresponding garment pattern drawings. 2. All formatting and informative data in XML that are necessary for Inkscape application for rendering the drawings. Now, back to the interface. This interface is also used to add new constructions along with the related input parameters. This is normally a developer task. Beyond that, the interface also assists data entry for construction sessions, adding new persons, etc. On the top, the various tab controls are for the before-mentioned tasks. For the pattern construction, only this first tab control is relevant. The first step control displays all input data for a construction session. Now, a construction session of a men's shirt is selected. Here is the ID and the name of the person. Here is the name, ID, description of the construction, whilst here we can see the construction session descriptive data. In the red colored frame you can see the body measurements data. Here in the green colored frame the start parameters, here the technological parameters, whilst here the material properties. As all input parameters have been entered, the pattern construction is nothing else than pressing this construct button. The construction process consists of two independent phases. Phase 1, generating the curves that build up the patterns. Phase 2, creating an XML file with all data, saving it, then opening by an application called Inkscape. Strictly saying, only the first phase is the pattern construction, but I shall demonstrate both. Alright, we are ready. Both phases have been completed. The drawings are placed onto separate layers. Let's see the first layer. The back part of the shirt. Above is the yoke, below the back. Now you can see the color and the stand patterns along with the fuses. The next layer shows the sleeves and cuffs. The following is the buttonhole placket. Finally, we arrive at the left and right side front panels. Now some details about the patterns. Here, as I show, the dashed line is the sewing line, whilst the outer solid one is the cut line. After zooming in, we can see the aligning notches. So this is how the patterns of a shirt look like. It is important to emphasize that all the patterns of the shirt are constructed in less than 15 seconds. Have you ever expected such an incredible performance? Alright, we have returned to the user interface of the IPG. Before we constructed the shirt, now we are going to construct a two-part cap. To do this, I am selecting a construction session for a cap. For instance, this one. The input parameters for the cap are loaded and displayed soon. Now you can see how less input data are required for a cap than for a shirt. From here on, the process is the very same. Just pushing the construct button and the construction is starting. Inkscape is loaded again. The cap construction is ready. Let's see the first layer. On this layer we can see the common side and top part of the cap. On the other layer, the turn up. So that's all about cap construction. It is so easy. IPG summary. Conclusions. You could see that IPG is unbelievably simple and fast. For all kinds of garments, the process is the very same. 1. Input data entry. 2. Starting construction by pressing a button. If you would like to contact us, we are available at this link. Thank you for your kind attention. Bye bye.